The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I came back early for the athletics tonight because we had some stuff to do early with the show. So I watched the last bit at my, remember that restaurant I said I went to on night one? It's just a simple little sort of French-Italian restaurant. My mate there's the old bloke, and I can't understand what he's saying, but we still have these conversations that go half an hour long. It's funny how the more you get to know someone, because I've been there like 4 or 5 times now, that we're actually starting to understand each other. I think he's Greek, actually, but he speaks like Greek French, and I just pick up little words out. I'm slowly starting to have more meaningful conversations with him, to the point where I sat there tonight and quickly smashed down. Like, I pretty much run the joint. I said to him, but Pantelli, I don't know whether I want steak or spaghetti bolognese tonight. And he was like the kid in that taco ad. He goes, "Why don't you have both?"
Oh, porque no los dos.
Yeah. So I did. I had a big bowl of big spaghetti next to a steak. And then at the table across to me is this USA family who was still trying to get the read of the room because the staff barely speak English. They've got to go out the front, trying to, "Hey, you're Australian, crikey, yeah, all that sort of business." And they came in and they said, "Oh, I don't want French fries. I want pasta with steak as well." And they're trying to talk to the guy, and I'd sort of become friends with them by this stage. I must think I'm the biggest BS artist in the world because Matt Denny's up there on the screen. I'm going, "Oh, mates with him." They're going, "Oh, okay, cool." And then Nina Kennedy's coach comes up, Paul Burgess. I'm like, "Oh, mates with him too." And they're just going, "This guy's just some Aussie guy saying he's mates with every Aussie that comes up on the screen." But then, whatever they were asking for, they were asking because the bread came out and they wanted, vinaigrette and balsamic vinegar, whatever that stuff is.
Olive oil, yeah.
Yeah, and olive oil. And they're saying that in English, and the guy's just going, "Ke? What? Ke? I don't know. And they turn to me. Yeah. And they turn to me as if, he'll somehow be able to make sense of it. Yeah. And I literally just said to old Pandelli, my mate, I just went, olive oil. And I said exactly what they were saying, but the fact that I said it, he went, "Oh, yes, okay." So I've kind of become this great local of this little restaurant in the middle of St. Germain, just helping everyone.
That's so cool. I love it. Helping society, that's Luttsy.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
He's got his blazer on. He's ready to go.
Salut mes amis. C'est un peu plus informal ce matin. A little bit more informal this morning as we get towards the end of these games, and what a morning it's been.
What are you wearing under that jacket?
This would be a slightly sweaty riding shirt.
Right.
But,
Lycra.
Very inspired. Quickly, Suze.
Yeah.
Okay, when you swim, do you commentate yourself?
Whilst I'm swimming.
Whilst you're swimming, do you have like a little internal
Not
monologue?
in a race, but probably in training. I would saying, "Come on, you got to."
O'Neill.
Beat Patria. She's in front of me. I don't know.
The heart of a lion. In the heart of the valley.
That's funny.
I reckon this time of year we all do it. A little bit.
Oh, I do it all the time.
I'm riding in, I'm hearing the cowbells in my head going, I just got to get through this riding section right now.
True.
It's fun. All right.
Totally.
We laugh.
We'll get into this thing that I'm actually here to do, which is the questionnaire extraordinaire.
The ad-lib is welcome. Right?
Yeah,
am I right?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
very
you're
nice.
Absolutely.
All right.
We're
Well,
like a casual host.
keep it casual. Keep it casual. All right. That's right. No time.
I think you're great.
No time.
So do I.
Thank you, Susie. Well, I'll unpack that with my therapist a bit later on. This morning we're celebrating Parisian musical acts. Luttsy, you've been getting the bad end of the stick lately, so I'm going to start you off. Well, you this morning will be Daft Punk.
Yes, all night long. Is it Daft Punk? Don't think it is, but anyway.
One more time, I think you were going for?
One more time.
And around the world. Ash,
Well,
you'll be
DJing's
DJing.
all night long.
Lionel
Richie. He's not French, mate.
You gave him Daft Punk. He went straight to Lionel.
Ash.
No, it's a different song, you gibber.
Oh, stop it. Yeah, go on. What have I got?
Big Voodoo, you will be DJ Snake.
DJ Snake. Yeah, I like that. Okay.
What has he got?
Oh, I've got audio here. Is this what this is for?
I was hoping so, but I didn't communicate with that.
That's okay. This is Luttsy, sorry.
Luttsy.
Realised as I went looking for it, I already had it.
That's me, yeah.
That's you, Lutz.
There we
Yep.
go.
It's Lionel Richie.
This was the theme for the Ghostbusters way back in the day.
Yeah, this is Lionel Richie, just in case you...
Yeah.
Why can't Luttsy just be all night long?
Oh, now he's toast happened.
We've got a name locked in for tomorrow.
All right, we got Ash with.
Oh, yeah, okay.
DJ Snake over here. And what is maybe a cruel indictment for French female singers? Suze, I was going to make you former First Lady Carla Bruni, but instead we just should celebrate the most famous Paris musical act, Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
What's she got? Just out of curiosity from my hotkey page here.
That's all right. I did have. Oh, Maddie Rowe would have loved this. This is Stars Are Blind.
I didn't mind this song, actually.
Yeah, but you're into Lionel Richie.
All right, let's roll.
All right, let's get into this for Vico Chips L'Extra Craquant. This morning, our boy Matt Denny took home bronze, but it was his iconic Australian TV show reference that he paid homage to when he walked onto the track. What TV
DJ
show
Snake.
was he referencing? DJ Snake.
He was referencing the footy show, the
He
NRL
was.
footy show.
Have I got audio for that as
What
well?
did he hit him with? Did he hit him with a bit of That's Gold?
Yeah, bit of that.
That's gold.
Yeah. When was the last time they did that gimmick?
We got dragged into it for a while, me and Ash.
So, like 10 years ago then, or
Have to be.
15 years ago?
It's still around.
Have
Is
to
it?
be.
Yeah, Tom Trebojevic did it. Part
Try
of
July,
Try
yeah.
July.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? It's still around.
That was the Chief, wasn't it?
Yep.
Originally?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, 1 point to DJ Snake.
Yeah.
Question 2. In one of the great examples of nominative determinism, a kid called Keegan has won his second gold medal in skateboarding.
Paris Hilton.
Oh.
Paris Hilton.
Very early.
He was born in San Diego.
Nope, not even close to where I was going with this.
Clever. I like where you went there.
Thank you.
I have his combination of tricks that he pulled this morning. One of these is not a real trick. Which one was it?
Oh, that's a great question.
Was it A,
Yeah.
the rock and slide, B, the stalefish 540, C, the fakie, or D, the short stack tail whip?
I'll have a crack at this.
All right. DJ Snake for the win.
What was
Say your name.
I'm going to DJ Snake.
I gave it to you.
I'm going to
Say
say
your name, bitch.
I'm going to say A. A.
That's aggressive.
Rock and roll slide, incorrect. All right, Daft Punk. Over to Lionel.
Daft Punk. I'm going to go the most basic one and say a fakie.
Incorrect. Fakie was part of it. The trick that he did not pull, which is not real, is a short stack tail whip.
Wow.
That sounded
Really?
legit.
I saw
And-
Arissa True did one the other night called the nosebleed. What was that called?
Nosebleed section?
Nosebleed. Nosebleed backwards.
You can have the backside nose grind or the front side nose grind. And finalement, la question en français for Vico Chips, extra croquant. Le joueur de
Slow
hockey.
down the question, please. I just want to
French,
hear.
speak really quickly.
Oh,
Do you want
no,
to eat some extra crew cons while you're doing this?
Oh, that'd be great for just mate some
I got some spares.
Le joueur de
Keep
hockey
going.
australien, Tom Craig, a été arrêté, mais libre son inculpation après avoir tenté d'acheter quoi? A. Coco Chanel. B. Croque Madame. Or C. Cocaine.
Snake. DJ
DJ
Snake.
Snake.
C. Cocaine.
C'est vrai. Unfortunately, overnight, Australian hockey player Tom Craig was arrested for trying to purchase an illicit substance. He has been released without charge.
Luttsy, wrap us up with a bit of extra croquant, please.
The Ash, Luttsy, and Susie O'Neill podcast.
There's a good old-fashioned Saturday afternoon rugby union test match in town this weekend, and I think
Sold
the
out.
word around the campfire is it's a complete sellout
Oh,
now.
yeah, it is.
Tis.
The Wallabies in town to take on South Africa. Now, we've got a double pass
3 of them.
to this, so we'll do that in just a sec, but you can watch it all on Stan Sport, and the legend, Tim Horan, will be a part of that commentary team, and he's in the studio this morning. Hey, mate.
That's early, isn't it, to be in the studio?
Yeah, well, look at Tim, Suze. He's dressed in his walking gear.
gear,
He's
ready
out
to go.
exercising.
You look fit.
Yeah, I've done a couple of Ks. I thought I'd just swing by and say good day.
Are you running or walking?
No, I can't run. unless someone chases me, I'll run. But yeah.
Have you got any injuries from your playing days?
Oh, a few sort of knees and ankles and
Knees.
shoulders, but apart from that, not too bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Everything pretty good?
Yeah, pretty good.
Oh,
yeah.
that's good. Yeah, mentioned this Saturday afternoon. Like that to me, like as a growing up, that seemed like a traditional time slot.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's going
Rugby
to be 50,
test.
yeah, for a rugby test, and 52,000 people,
52,500, yeah.
obviously agree. It'll be an unreal atmosphere.
Well, I
there.
think what we've seen in rugby over the last couple of years, it's been pretty tough. You know, the juggernauts of AFL and NRL is pretty big at the moment. So, but Luttsy would have seen over in France with the sevens. Like you have 6 days of sevens with nearly 80,000 every single day.
Yeah.
Globally, the game's huge, Luttsy, isn't it?
It's huge. I mean, even in the women's game, like that broke the record, the world record. One day of I think the final day of the women's was the biggest crowd ever Like it was over, I think, almost 70,000. But it did have, along with track and field, the biggest spectator rate of any Olympic sport, and you've been, no one more than you, I guess, and particularly domestically, has been flying the flag for rugby through Stan Sport the last 2 years. But it has been rough, hasn't it? So to see a sellout crowd at Suncorp again is massive for the game, particularly up here.
Yeah, it's a pretty, it's a good runway coming up as well. We've got the British and Irish Lions next year. I mean, those 3 test matches sold out in 30 minutes, I think, those 3 test matches.
Yeah.
They'll obviously play Queensland, New South Wales, the Brumbies, etc. And then the Rugby World Cup in 27 here will host as well. Women's Rugby World Cup in 29. So pretty good runway for rugby over the next 5 or 6 years. So
that 27 World Cup is something to look forward to. I remember that 03 World Cup and just how big the game became. Yeah. And it's great to see the Wallabies back actually like winning, doing well. One against Georgia, Wales.
A couple against Wales.
A couple against Wales. A different story, though, the 2-time defending world champion South Africa, but a real litmus test for Joe Schmidt in his role as the Wallabies coach.
Yeah, new Wallaby coach after the debacle of Eddie Jones last year, Rugby World Cup. I mean, in France, I was there for 10 weeks last year for the Rugby World Cup, and it was hard work. But when we sort of finished that, all the fans that paid so much money to be there and saved up to be there at the Rugby World Cup, to see the Wallabies get knocked out before the quarterfinals, that was horrific. So now at least Joe Schmidt, his first 3 test matches a win, but it's going to be pretty tough. You got, as you mentioned, the Springboks are an unbelievable team. Won the last 2 Rugby World Cups, and they've got a pretty good team for Saturday Arvo.
I was just looking at the time slot, actually, Saturday afternoon, 2:30, because at that exact time will be a massive GPS schoolboys game, Terrace versus Nudgee, which is the main.
And they'll have about 8 or 10,000 of that.
There'll be 8 or 10,000
didn't
of that.
go to a GPS school.
My question is, how can we keep more of the schoolboy players in rugby union when they finish school?
Yeah, that's the tough one. I reckon there's 2 big challenges in the game at the moment. One's the laws in the game to try and make the game a little bit quicker, which they're doing some trial laws in the Rugby Championship to quicken the game up, so that people who watch AFL or Rugby League, they're used to the game being quite quick, and we've got to adapt quicker in rugby in the laws, but also, Suze, as you mentioned, trying to retain these kids who are, and Luttsy, you would have seen it, grade 10, 11 or 12 who play rugby but then get picked up by other codes. So we need to somehow retain that talent over the next 10 years to hopefully win Rugby World Cups again.
Because the first 15, to watch it is actually really entertaining. Great rugby, like they've really playing great rugby at that level. So there's no reason why, or that could not springboard into, I guess, club and state rugby, and eventually the Wallabies as well.
But I guess what you're saying, Tim, is that because it's great standard of rugby, and they're the best of the kids coming through, but they've already been pigeonholed to move on to NRL teams. A lot of them have anyway. By the time that they get to grade 12.
That's right. So we have to sort of go a bit earlier. We have to go in grade 10. There's so many rugby league scouts out there at the moment, AFL scouts that go in sort of really grade 9 they start, so to pick these kids up. So we've got to be quicker. But I think the biggest springboard for rugby is the sevens. Like if I'm running Rugby Australia, I'm putting every penny that I can do into sevens around different state schools and schools everywhere. Because you can I go to country areas like Roma or Narrabri in New South Wales. You talk to all the schools. You try and get 25 girls to play a 15 side. You won't do it. But you can get 10 girls. You can get 10 girls to play sevens, and that's what you do. And then the whole thing is we've got to have the kids say to the parents, I want to go and watch the game of rugby, not the parents try and take the kids.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you get them, you've got to hold on to them. Sorry, David.
Oh, just the other point with sevens, the old test of a mum or a dad sitting in the crowd with their 10-year-old son or daughter. That old test, like sitting at the Stade de France. There's barely a moment in that whole tournament where you didn't understand what a referee was doing. It's completely transparent, which maybe there's an argument the 15er side's lost that, where occasionally a kid will go, "Dad, what happened there?" And the dad's like, "I've got no idea what happened there."
Yeah. And we as commentators sometimes don't know either.
It's just silence.
But it's a flaw in the game, isn't it? When even someone as experienced as you can say that there's times in your game that you love that you don't even know what the
We've got to simplify
the
laws of the game,
I agree.
especially in the Southern Hemisphere, because we're governed by World Rugby, who is based in the Northern Hemisphere, whereas the other 2 codes here, they can change a law or a rule on a Monday night and then make it change by the Saturday morning. So we're going to be more adaptable, and you'll see that through the Rugby Championship.
Just quickly, the performance of Andre Dupont, the French halfback, and where you rate him in terms of the great players we've seen over the generations. You are one of them. But his performance to lead France to that gold medal, that was spine.
It was something else,
stuff.
Tim.
Oh yeah, to come from 15s to he won the European Championship in the 15s. Then he goes to 7s and wins that gold medal. Incredible atmosphere. And Luttsy, the atmosphere at that stadium would have been amazing.
I've never heard anything like it
in the world at the moment. He's not the GOAT because he hasn't won a Rugby World Cup. He hasn't done the big job. But
Andre.
So he's an incredible player.
Good for the game, though.
Yeah, absolutely. True superstar. Thanks, Tim, for coming in.
I can't wait for this Sunday.
The Wallabies in action against South Africa, Suncorp Stadium. It's a 2:30 kickoff, and we've got how many double passes?
3 double passes
to give away right now. 3 doubles, 13, 24, 10. Tim Horan, thanks very much, mate.
Thanks, guys.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I wanted to give an update on my Plantagotchi. Now, I don't know if you remember this, but I bought a Plantagotchi. It's like a Tamagotchi, which anyone who knows that, they're little electronic pets. They used to be on key rings.
They were big when I was a kid. Like, you'd have to keep them alive and
do things
them and
for
stuff.
them. And so do you remember those? They're electronic pets.
Oh, I don't actually.
Oh, okay. Well, a Plantagotchi is like that, except you've got a plant inside it. So it's a pot, but the pot has it's electronic, so you plug it in and it's got a face, and when I turn it on, it tells me whether it's happy or it's sad. It needs a drink, it needs some food, it needs some light.
So it essentially tells you if you need to water it.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, it's always telling me. I might put it up on our Instas if we can.
Oh, so there's an actual plant. There's an actual plant that's planted, and then there's it's planted into a monitor that somehow reflects.
Thirsty.
Yeah, it reflects what's
going on with the plant.
Yeah, exactly. So when you plant it.
Oh yeah.
When you plant it.
What is that plant you got in there?
I've got a succulent.
Yeah.
So when you plant it, succulent.
Yes.
What?
No.
Yes.
I feel like you just like saying that word.
Oh, do you? Succulent.
That plant's like an easy plant to look after.
Well, that's what I thought,
Yeah.
but it's a bit of hard work. Because when you first put it in, you've got to type all this stuff in to the computer in your phone. You download an app and you say what sort of plant it is, and it's a succulent, so it works out how much light and water and everything it means. Actually, you know what? I was a little bit nervous when I first got this because I thought that this Plantagotchi might actually just be stealing stuff from my phone or my files.
Oh, your data.
My data, because you know how everyone says like TikTok's from China and they're stealing all their data. Sometimes they say that, our personal stuff.
They're dumbing it down. That's what they say.
Oh, are they? Yeah, because when I first connected it to my Plantagotchi, it said a thing on my phone saying download files or update software. I said yes, and all of a sudden the LED screen on my plant started going just like a movie, uploading files. I'm going, what's it stealing from my phone and sending back to
China?
Yes. China. I was worried, but I'm going, surely not.
So does it sit in the plant or does the plant sit in it?
I think you put the plant in it, right? It's like a
question.
pot. It's like a pot, right? It's like an electronic pot.
Yeah, it's a pot. So
it's tiny.
I thought,
yeah.
It's like a pot, but on the side of the pot is a TV monitor.
Yeah, with its face.
Yeah.
And I was the same.
What does that face mean, by the way? That just looks like
It's
a
happy.
nose and 2 eyes.
It's happy at the moment. It's got a little smile.
Does it?
It's a little tongue on there.
Because when I first turned it on, it was crying. See, it's got tears coming out of its eyes.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bit sad because it needs more light. That's what I was going to say. I thought the succulent would be a really good plant because I thought it would be easy. That's exactly why I put it in there, Ash. But it keeps telling me that not getting enough light. But then I'm like, but I've got to plug you into my PowerPoint. Like, not only, so I can't move you out to the light.
Oh, I see, yes. Yeah,
So
it's got to remain charged.
Yeah, so not only now do I need to
Extension
water
cord.
it and feed it, with fertilizer, I've also got to plug it into the power. It's like too much work.
Yeah.
It's more work than Chips the fish.
No, rest in peace.
Yeah, well, let's
Rest
not
in
speak
peace.
about poor old Chips the fish.
Anyway, I'm going to try. I might bring it into work actually.
Or maybe send
Oh, we'll look after it for you.
Do with Chips.
There's no sun.
Yeah, you can't just bring your.
You're here 3 hours a day. What happens for the rest of it?
She buys a goldfish. She buys a plant, and then
When I get sick of it.
Well, when she got sick
Bring
of
it
the
in.
goldfish, she sent it off to Alex's room for a few years, and then that didn't work out, so she brought it in here.
And then it died after Bo Ryan touched it. Do you remember?
Is that what happened?
Yeah, do you remember Bo Ryan came in and patted it when he was talking about the Amazing Race, and like 3 days later it just...
I didn't know he touched it. No one ever told me that.
Really?
They kept that cave fire.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
He did that for the footy show too, didn't he? Or was that us?
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than I'm smart. Suze?
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Suze to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
Hello, Kirsten, out of Kenmore.
Hello.
Never played nervous. Well,
Very.
What do you say, Ash? In the company of morons?
yeah, you're in the company of morons, but they know that. You know, not much you can do. It does feel different, doesn't it? I mean, you sit there, you listen to it every day.
Oh, brilliant when you're listening to it on the radio.
Yeah, it's another thing altogether when you're holding the phone and the questions are coming at you live. And you work as a beauty therapist.
I do. I've got a salon in Kenmore.
I do. We'll give you a salon shout out.
It's called the Hairy Chair.
The Hairy
Hairdressing
Chair.
and Beauty therapy.
I love it. All right.
Hairy
Hairy Chair
love
at
it.
Kenmore. And Kirsten making her debut for $700, by the way.
Awesome.
Good luck to you. Kirsten, here we
Thank
go.
you.
30 seconds
Thanks.
on the clock, and your time starts now. What herb is sometimes burned to ward off evil spirits?
Rosemary.
What plant makes up the main diet of a sea turtle?
Help.
Who won the first season of American Idol?
Oh, Kelly Clarkson.
What e-scooter hire company just relaunched in Brisbane?
Lime Scooter.
Spell emerald.
Emerald.
Stop the clock.
She is switched on.
Yeah, good.
I don't know if it's right or not, but that's, you know, you can tell she's a very intelligent woman. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you've done well,
Fingers
Kirsten.
crossed.
You've done well.
Thank you.
The hairy chair. Well, there'll be no pantsing at the hairy chair today, I can tell you that much, because you've posted a score, Kirsten.
Well, thank goodness
Can you get
for
pants
that.
in the hairy chair?
Well,
I
don't
guess
know.
you could.
No, I'm not going to answer that. I was interested.
Sorry, I missed it.
No, it doesn't matter. David was being David. Let's bring it again.
What's this?
There once was a game that put to see the name of the game was Susie O'Neill. The quiz came up and the time went down. No go, my gimme game go. Soon we should bring in the game. Yes, we should bring in the game. Yes, we should bring in the game. Oh, bring in the game soon.
Yeah, excellent.
Outstanding work from young
What's
Walker.
that?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Walker.
I don't know if you heard that in your car, but from my headphones, it sounded like the Walker was coming out of my right ear, but the knocking was coming from everywhere. There was a freaky
Panoramic.
situation. Panoramic, yeah.
Well done,
Cool.
Walker.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! It will be a miracle! You won't see anything like that again this year!
So stereo. Rock in stereo.
Yeah,
it comes out.
Stereo 10.
Comes out both ears now. How cool. I love that.
I've got no idea what you guys were just doing.
What? Don't you remember when stereo was invented?
No.
Your left and right speakers. Hello. It was like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Sounds exciting.
You could press the stereo button on your player and it just
Yeah.
transform your
Yes.
whole life.
Yeah.
This is
Nuts.
amazing.
You ready, Suze?
Yes.
30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. What herb is sometimes burned to ward off?
Sage.
What plant makes up the main diet of a sea turtle?
Seaweed.
Who won the first season of American Idol?
Kelly Clarkson.
What e-scooter hire company just relaunched in Brisbane?
Lime.
Spell emerald.
Emerald.
Stop the clock. What was the time?
7 seconds for Susie.
7, so that was ahead of Kirsten
Yep.
for sure.
Was there a theme in those questions?
Could be.
I don't
They
know.
tend to do that.
It's a good pickup, though.
Thank you.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's a theme.
Okay.
Do
I
you
don't
know
know.
what the theme is?
I'm going to say green.
Correct.
Green.
Did you get it, Kirsten,
okay.
as well?
Okay, very well done. What herb is sometimes burned to ward off evil spirits? Kirsten, you said, what did you say?
I said rosemary.
Rosemary.
Oh, yeah. If you're cooking some lamb.
That's wrong. Yeah. Sue said it was sage. Sage is correct. What plant makes up the main diet of a sea turtle? Interesting question, this, because Sue said...
Is it interesting?
Yeah,
Interesting.
Sue said seaweed and Kirsten said kelp.
Oh, no. What's the answer?
Now, they're the same thing or not? I don't know.
Same.
No, different, aren't they?
Same, I
Are
would
they?
say.
Well, you know what?
Someone check.
Somebody,
Hey, I will call.
Can I do a tongue twister?
Yes.
Susan said seaweed, same, I would suspect.
Susan said seaweed is same, I would suspect.
You like it?
Yes, I do.
Kelp is a type of seaweed.
It is, so I'm going to give you that 2.
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
I'm going to give you that 2, Kirsten. So the score
Thank you.
is 2-1. Who won the first season of American Idol? You both said Kelly Clarkson. That is correct.
What's the green reference with that, by the way?
Yeah.
Kelly is a shade of green.
Yeah, it's a bit dicey. Whoever came up with that one, it's a long stretch, but I'll run with you if you want to go with it. What e-scooter hire company just relaunched in Brisbane? You both said Lime.
Oh my God.
That is correct.
What's the score?
It's
Close.
4-3 to Suze, and then spell Emerald. Well, you both got that correct as well. Emerald. 5-4 victory, Suze.
Wow.
Good effort for a first go.
That was a great effort.
Yeah.
You got something to say, Ash?
Well, I was just saying, I was just going to pass on to David that Kirsten has got
Yes.
2 kids, 18 and 16.
Has she
So I
just?
don't know if that will affect what you
I do.
find in the cave.
Okay, find in the cave.
Let's have a look.
Find in the cave.
In the thick of it.
Okay. Right. Well, I know that you love Hey Chica, so this isn't for the kids, this one. This is for the adults. Tacos, margaritas, you can have some fun there. So that's a good start,
Awesome.
isn't
Thank
it?
you.
And now, for the kids, what should we do here, guys? It's a bit up there at the moment in the cave. Any thought, Bubbles?
Maybe, family pass to the Titanic. That'd be
Well, that's
cool.
what I was thinking.
Yeah, I
that's
knew you were
appropriate,
thinking.
isn't it? Yeah, the Titanic. That's the human experience.
I was thinking about a dinner thing at Cantina. I thought that would be good for $100. Take the kids.
Yes.
Yeah, well, the kids can go there. That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah,
okay,
that'd be
so
good.
the community
Mexicans great
cantina.
family thing.
Okay, and
Cleaned
also
up today, Kirsten. Well done.
the Titanic experience. There's some great prizes there. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
The Prince is on. The Prince is on. The Prince is on. Ooh, he's on the streets. The Prince is on.
All right, we've heard multiple reports as to where Mark Wahlberg is this morning. We've sent the best in the biz out on the streets, and that is Rach from sales. And with him, with her, Mitch.
Hello, team. How are we?
Hello.
Hi.
All right, so what are we doing? Finding out this morning whether Rach actually knows what she's on about
Yep.
or whether she just got lucky
Yeah,
yesterday.
Exactly.
Because she spotted him yesterday. So are you leading the charge there, Rach, or are you and Mitch working
Yeah.
together?
We're working together, but I've actually messaged Mark himself just to, see if he'll reply. He hasn't replied
yeah.
yet. But
Oh, you DM'd him?
DM'd him, yeah. But we're looking around the Sofitel because we've heard that potentially he would be here. But the next spot is, what is it, BYD?
Yeah, around the valley, as you guys were saying a couple of minutes ago. And that's been the problem. I know, Rach come in hot yesterday because I was sent down on Tuesday, had no luck. Rachel comes in yesterday after one day on the job and had spotted him, and she reckons she's got all the information. So we were on our way to the Gabba. Rachel gets information he's in the valley, but then we're also getting a hot tip around the hotel as well. So, we're not helpful here to our Supernova Annie, who's trying to take directions from 2 different masters today and pulling you in 2 different directions. But so far, no luck from Rachel in the back seat, who's apparently got the connections, but that just seems to be an unanswered DM.
Well, early days.
It's not yet, but that's okay. We'll get there.
Have you DM'd him yet, Mitch?
I haven't DM'd him.
All
You
right,
think
so
he's
she's
going
a
to get
step
back
ahead
to
of
me
you.
before? Right, yeah.
That's what
I was
I'm
going to say,
saying.
what do you think he's going to get back to me before he gets back to Rachel?
I don't know.
You tell him, mate.
got royalty.
You tell him you're sporting royalty. Well, no, just royalty.
Yeah.
Just get linked to do it.
Official royalty. Yeah. Could you
good
rein
point.
your brother in, mate? You reckon you could get Link across the line here? Didn't you have some inside word, Luttsy, that Mark was somewhere or other this morning?
Well, I've also heard Wool and Gabba. I'm going as we speak. I'm getting DM'd from various people. I'm just trying to establish whether the photos I'm being sent are from today. So stand by. But you guys keep waiting. You guys keep working there.
Lutsy's got photos, so
I have photos too, thank you.
Yeah, but yours just come from the, just come off Instagram. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yes,
what
it
photos
is.
do you have, Rach?
It's him here.
I mean, this is
Works
an
well-
audio
that
medium.
works well on radio, but we had some photos of him in the valley, I
It's funny,
believe,
it's
from
here.
shooting yesterday. Wearing the exact same costuming as what he was at King George Square a couple of weeks ago, actually. So obviously all covering the same sort of day, I guess, timeline-wise
Yeah, it must be a
in the
big
movie.
night.
But just down near the Gabba, those restaurants you guys were just talking about a couple of minutes ago, just off Logan Road there. I think they're redressing that into some Brazilian-themed, as they were at King George Square the last time they were in town. So that might be our...
Keep on the lookout, mate. And as you drive over there to the Gabba, explain to Rachel this is an audio medium and just show her that it works.
Thanks, Ash.
Paint a picture.
I got a question without notice, Mitch. Is there anywhere where the information's been provided, like online, where like he might be, or is it just word of mouth when you know that they're like redressing the Gabba, for example?
Yeah, it's secret source. I mean, unless it's out in the open, they're completely redressed with the flags and things, I think, ahead of time. That's the sources that Luttsy's getting through in his DMs. And I thought I was getting them until Rachel come through with the magic as well. Although, here we are outside the hotel, and there's exactly nothing going on here, Rachel.
This wasn't my source.
Oh,
I think we
right.
go back to Ocker.
We haven't
She's
found anything.
backtracking. She's backtracking.
Yeah, she is.
Luttsy, you got pictures. What are you seeing there? Have you been able to
Trying
confirm
to
that?
establish. I think I can see a dead end and a railway line. I'm going to have to send it through so what you guys can
that's
see.
near the,
That could be from where you said,
Mirror.
Suze.
Yeah,
yes.
that's off Wickham Street there, near the Stone and Wood pub. I saw
Could
that
be
quarter
there.
box
What
today.
street is that?
Oh, it's just around from BYD, the car place.
Yeah, there's a Stone and Wood bar there
Yeah.
as well. I've just sent it through.
Bridge
guys. Have a
Street,
look if you
Bridge
can have a look at
Street.
that picture.
Yeah.
Check out that picture I've just sent through to the group. See what you guys can make of that.
Of course, listeners can get involved in this. 132410 or shoot us a DM on Insta if you have any information on Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, that actually looks like the alleyway
does,
next to Mirror. I think that looks exactly like Bridge Street.
All right.
The photo that
doesn't
you've sent through, Luttsy.
We're
Head
heading
back
there
this
now.
way.
He's in the vicinity, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
We're en route.
All right.
See you soon.
Good luck to both of you. We'll update you guys as
Teamwork.
soon as we know.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
All right, we're crossing live to Paris now, and we're speaking to someone who at 14 years of age has already created sporting history. Let's say good morning to our newest skateboard gold medalist, Arissa True.
Yeah!
Have we got you there, Arissa?
Yeah, hi.
Hey, thanks for having a chat to us. Congratulations. Tell us a little bit about yourself. You grew up in Cairns and then moved to the Gold Coast, so you're a true Queensland girl.
Yeah, well, I was born in Cairns and moved when I was 2 years old to live in Gold Coast.
I heard that you got into skateboarding because you said the water was too cold for surfing. Is that correct?
Yeah, but when I was 8 years old.
And so who actually introduced you to skateboarding, and where did you start? Did you start around just home and then move into bowls around the Gold Coast, or what exactly happened with you?
Yeah, my dad introduced me into skateboarding. He just took me to, like, Pizzy Skate Park, and then I just started, like, loving skating from then.
Do you know that big blue bowl at Pizzy Skate Park? It looks like an empty swimming pool.
Yeah.
Can you remember how old you were when you... Suze, it's like an empty swimming pool. It's a terrifying drop, and I knew that Arissa would know about it. But like, can you remember when you first took that on, or at what age you were skating around those bowls?
Yeah, I think I dropped in, like, the peanut bowl, like, just the smoother one in the peanut shape when I was, like, 9 years old. And then I did the blue bowl, which is called the Death Bowl, when I was, like, 10 or 11.
Oh, my God.
The Death Bowl
Oh, my
says
God.
it all, doesn't it?
Can you imagine? And
Hey, talk us through the actual, like, the Olympics yesterday, or whenever it was for you, 2 days ago, whatever it was now for you. Like, you had that first run where you had a fall. Like, how did you bounce back from that? Were you completely immune to the pressure of it because you came back, had a solid second run, and then you just nailed that third one with that gold medal winning score of whatever it was, 93 point whatever. Like, did you feel under pressure, or were you just so passionate about just getting out there and just competing?
I was just, like, not really, like, feeling any, like, worse after that run because I knew I just, like, fell on a trick that I could, like, do pretty easily because I hadn't been falling on it at all in, like, the practices or anything. So I just like, that was just like, I will not usually fall on it. So I was fine after it, and I just like, on my next runs, knew I had to land it and just like give everything.
I'll tell you who was a bit nervous watching it. Firstly, your coach. I just saw a video of him with his hands over his face while I was watching that last run to see how he go. And secondly, was Tony Hawk in the crowd? And was
Yeah,
he
what
the
about
one-
that?
Was he the one that taught you the 720 and the 900 spin?
Yeah, Tony was in the crowd, but I landed like my first 720 at the Tony Hawk Bird Alert, and like so many people there, like Tony himself, and then Mike Frazier, Guy Curry, Tom Shaw, Christian, my coach Trevor, they were all just like giving me tips on the 720. And then like to do the 900, it was just my coach Trevor Ward.
And when you, just before you went for that third run, that final run, which you were able to leap from, I think, third up into the gold medal position, like you had to lay it all on the line in that run and make no mistakes. Can you remember what you were feeling like just before then?
Before I dropped in, I was just like, I needed to land everything in that run. And after like the first 540 I did, I knew I had like the perfect amount of speed because I landed it good. And like just to go into the body rail 5, I knew I could do it.
Oh, so you had plenty of confidence. And what about the deal that you struck with Mum and Dad? Like, tell everyone about the special pet that you should have coming your way if your folks keep their word.
Yeah, so before I like got to Paris, like just a few days before, I asked my parents that if I like won or got to podium, if I could get a pet duck, and then they said only if it was a first place. And then I did, and now I'm allowed to get 2, I'm pretty sure.
and
How good is that?
Do you think a duck is going to be easier for you to look after than a cat or a dog? Because you travel a lot.
Don't sound like their parents.
No, I think it's impractical. No. No, because I was reading about your school actually, and I wanted to find a bit about what's your day-to-day like, and how often are you travelling overseas?
Yeah, so my like school day is I do 3 hours of education in the morning, and then we have after that 4 hours of skateboarding with like a lot of coaches at the Level Up Skate Park, and there's like a lot of different ramps there and things to practice on. And then after that, I usually go to like either Eleanor Bowl or Pizzey Skate Park for like another probably 3 hours.
Wow.
What about Keegan Palmer becoming the first skateboarder to win back-to-back Olympic park gold medals? Phenomenal stuff. Or is it like to have him as a teammate must have been really inspiring as well?
Yeah, it definitely was. Like watching him skate was really cool because he put down a really good run and like even got to do a victory lap because he was like his first score was still so high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he's real old too, Keegan, isn't he? Like he's one of those old blokes. He's like 22 or something like that. Actually, you know how we've got the Olympics coming here, Arissa? Like it's going to be in our own backyard, 2032. I'm just
8 years.
You'll only be 22 years of age then. Can you believe that? What is the age that skateboarders, mostly are at their peak?
I think like it's just changing every time because it's different for everyone. Like some people are like younger and some people are older, so it's like just everyone, I guess.
I heard that they're actually introducing your pet event at the next Olympics, the vert. What's the vert?
Yeah, they might be putting vert in the LA Olympics, which I really hope they do because like I love skating vert.
Is that just a half bowl or what is
Sounds dangerous.
Yeah, what is it?
It's like the really big ramp where it's like a half pipe and it's usually from like 10 to 14 foot and it can have like massive roll-ins to boost off of, or it can have like channels and gaps in the middle of it to do tricks over.
God, that sounds insane.
They've got one of those at Pizzey Park.
That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah. Hey, Rissa, have we got everything we need at Pizzey Park? Like, what are the facilities like for, a young skateboarder like you, the best in the world, and how many other people are getting into the sport?
A lot of people are definitely like picking up skateboarding, which is really cool to see. And in like Gold Coast, there isn't too many facilities because it's more like bowls, nothing like the park competitions. We don't have like any of those type of facilities, but there's like Pizzy, which has like a bowl and a street section, and then Eleanor, where I usually skate, is like a pretty good bowl. And then I usually also skate Level Up, which has like the vert ramps, which I skate every day.
Well, speaking of vert, you'll be happy to know, Arissa, I don't know if your team, but just a moments ago, not too long ago, we had another vertical victory with Nina Kennedy in the pole vault. So the Aussie medal tally continues to rise. Again, to be part of the skateboarding team, but to be part of the Australian team in one of our most successful Olympics ever, must be just amazing to be part of that.
Yeah, it's definitely super cool.
Oh, Arissa, you might be a chance of holding the flag in the closing ceremony.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yes.
Well,
Good
I mean,
call, Ash.
well, I'm just saying. Do you know, Arissa, you're the youngest ever Australian to win a gold medal, and in the whole history of the Olympic Games, for its entirety, you are the 7th youngest person. So there's only 6 other people in history that have
Crazy.
done what you've done this week. How does that make you feel?
It's definitely pretty insane.
I love you. That's very good.
That is
Congrats, Arissa. That's
done.
amazing.
That's awesome.
You're a champion. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arissa, true.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the time there.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
We just spoke to the amazing Arissa True, 14-year-old
Yeah, good.
gold medalist.
So good.
Such a good speaker for a 14-year-old.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It reminded me of a young Susan O'Neill at 15. We've got some audio of you, Suze, being interviewed after swimming when you were 15. Have a listen to this.
Well, Susan, at just 15 years of age, that was a tremendous win over Fiona.
Thanks.
It was a great start, and you timed the finish superbly.
Yeah, I was just hoping to do my best and see how I went.
Were you really pleased with the time?
Yeah, I think it's my best, I'm pretty sure.
Congratulations again.
Thanks.
And who would have thought
Very
you'd be
similar.
Oh,
a big media
Susan.
personality in Brisbane?
Very similar to Arissa at 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, it puts in
She's
perspective,
articulate.
though, isn't it? Like,
Oh, yeah.
put any of us under the spot like that when we're 14, and we would have been like, struggling big time. She can really talk and pretty incredible, really.
Amazing.
I think it was a video. We might chuck that video on our Insta as well, so you can actually see what it was like.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast. All new Suzuki Swift Hybrid is here. Australia's best value hybrid. Win $20,000. A brand new Suzuki Swift Hybrid.
And a star.
Hey, what's up? This is Troy Sivan. See me live. Your chance to win only with Nova.
I mean, the people who have called up for this, great get, because that was a Charlie XCX song that we played 1999 that Troy Sivan featured on. So it's kind of hidden. It wasn't as obvious as we usually do.
Was that the year it was
Tricky.
from? 1999.
No, it was like a nostalgic sort of remix.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
it's only a couple of years old, that song.
Emma Jimboomba, you knew, Emma. You were one of the first to
Yeah.
call through. Actually, you there, Emma?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, we were thinking, maybe they won't ring. But then all of a sudden, there was a phone call that came through from you and then the next person. So well done, you're in the draw. The other person who was an OG here was Matt from Drewvale. You were straight on the case, Matt.
Helps when you've got a daughter that knows the songs.
All right.
Yeah, let's blame your daughter.
Oh, yeah, that old chestnut.
Oh, what accent was that? Is that an accent?
Positive fan.
Sorry, say a sentence, Matt.
Sorry,
Nice.
positive fan.
Oh, God. Katie from Ravenna.
I like that well.
Welcome to the show.
Hi, guys.
Hey. Hey.
How you going?
Oh, good.
What are you going for?
Well, the next caller is Tim from Indooroopilly.
Oh, you moved on from Kate.
And,
Thanks for calling, Katie.
oh, thanks. Lockie just called me into the booth because he's told me, because I live at Indooroopilly, he said there's a streaker. There's a streaker at Indooroopilly. I don't know why he told
What?
me that.
Now?
Are you
Interesting.
suggesting it might be Tim?
Definitely not me, guys. Morning.
Have you seen the streaker? Is this,
No, I
is this
haven't.
breaking news, Suze? There's a streaker out there now, or is it?
No.
No, we'll keep your eyes peeled, Tim. Okay?
I'd rather not.
Each to their own.
Depends who it is.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Sarah Burbergay.
Morning, team. How are you?
Tell me your name. Very well. You're in the draw as well.
Thank you very much. Thanks to my 8-year-old, Lennox, who got us through.
Yeah,
good on you, Lennox.
Cool, mate.
Lennox.
Too. Lennox, yeah. And Kristen out of Castle Dine, you're the last one through today.
Morning.
Morning to you.
Good morning.
That's how easy it
Everyone
is.
got their clothes on out there, Kristen?
No answer from me.
Oh.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Yo! Bring it back. Throwback throwdown!
Rightio, here we go.
What year was it again?
2000.
2000.
The last 3 have been Olympic years, by the way.
Yeah, it's been intentional, I think.
Okay, now that he's mentioned what's going on with the Olympics, can I just ask a quick one? Is this, if we were to stop the Olympics now, is this already our best performance in terms of gold medals?
Yep.
That is
18.
Incredible.
Incredible. How many more events can we win? I don't want to be greedy, but
We've still got a lot of people participating. I think we've got, isn't Talika Clancy still in the beach volleyball tomorrow with her partner?
Moriarty.
There's still a lot of track cycling to go.
Men's high jump, has that been done yet?
No, and also the water polo women's
Water polo women's
are in the semi-finals.
Yeah. There's a lot.
The breakdancing.
There's a lot tomorrow.
Yeah,
break
boy,
dancing.
in the break dancing.
The rock climbing. Oh, I don't think we've got anyone. On that.
Golf. We got Lee in the golf, women's golf.
Yes, yeah, great point. So we're still.
There's a heap left. There's athletics, canoe sprint.
We haven't even seen the kayaking yet.
And aren't we third on the medal tally at the moment?
Third.
Yes.
Third on the medal tally.
That is mental.
It is.
It blows my mind.
Come on, you got a great article in the Courier Mail editorial today too about how the Olympics is coming to our neck of the woods and how we've got to pull our finger out as well.
We do.
Which is well worth reading. Yeah, if you can pick up the Courier Mail today.
Let's go through these votes.
I concede.
Yeah, no, fair point. 9% of the votes. Here's a stat for you. Susie with the lowest share at 9% for the year and also the lowest total votes for 2024 as well for this song.
Not under 1,000.
Disappointed in myself.
J-Lo's on the nose.
Yeah, it feels like it.
You know?
Whoa.
Clearly.
Even Ben Affleck agrees.
Oh, God.
Well.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
We've had a disastrous
in
relationship.
third place with 23% of the votes. Wheatus. So it is a straight shootout between Powderfinger and Eminem. 32% of the votes in second. Maddie Rowe played. She'll be spinning this after 9 o'clock.
I'll dead set take that.
Absolutely,
Take
which
it
means
to the bank, mate.
with 35% of the votes in first is Eminem, the real Slim Shady, getting those votes once again. He has to be our most prolific artist when it comes to Throwback Throwdown in the early 2000s.
Consistent. Very consistent.
All right, well, the song that kicked it all off, the real Slim Shady.
It's a good one.
May I have your attention, please?
Hopefully the radio edit,
May I have
actually.
your attention, please?
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Handball Blitz. Handball Blitz.
Right now, we will be crossing to Mitch for Handball Blitz. Handball making the kids' lunches to the experts and get nutritional, dietitian-approved, ready-made meals delivered to your door. Thank you to Lily's Little Lunchbox for supporting us this year.
Oh, Mitch.
Yeah,
it looks like these kids are ready to rock and roll, mate.
Oh, wow.
Spin that camera around there, Annie. This is an excellent setup out here at Rainworth State School. I'm standing on one of their 4 refurbished courts. It's actually an 8 square sort of court here. It actually does sound deathly silent. Can we change that up and make some noise, Rainworth?
Oh, wow.
Oh, fantastic stuff out here. I'm going to talk to Principal Martin. Thank you so much. Whoa. It just keeps going, guys. Now we got to, yes, please. Principal Martin, you were just telling me it wasn't so much part of the staff out here that were making the decisions on the court. You actually spoke to the kids about what they wanted.
No, surveyed all the students and they wanted an 8-square handball court. So we got 4 of them in our refurbishment and it is amazing.
Good.
I mean, this looks like they could have been finished yesterday. These must be very fresh.
June, July.
June, July. Okay. Yeah. It was all obviously in the lead up to Handball Blitz 2024.
Absolutely. we have been researching this for years, and this was moving into Handball Blitz for 2024.
And it's part of the DNA here at school. Obviously, we've been talking about Handball Blitz a lot. When we arrived today, Nova is blasting through the PA system, so that's why we keep it on air, don't we, guys? Because, whenever we talk about handball, we want these kids thinking and breathing Handball Blitz 2024. So we might just steal those over here. We've actually got a couple of the future champions of the sport. Now, we've been talking a lot about the fact this year, guys, it's all about the next generation. We've actually got a grade 1 star. Good morning, Hazel. How are you?
Good.
Pretty good. Now, I've got written here, the new handball courts come in June, July. You consider yourself a little bit of a pro, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, and what do you do best about handball? What's the best thing about your handball game?
I don't know.
Okay, you're still working it out. That's okay.
Too many options,
grade 4
Mitch.
here.
Too many options to choose from.
Will, how are you doing, buddy?
Good, thank you.
You've got it going on grade 4, right? That's where it's at in handball?
Yep.
Any grade 4 supporters here at Rainworth? Yes? Don't just stick those hands up. You've got to make some noise, grade 4s. Okay. I noticed that none of the other grades are giving you any sort of support. Is it a real, it's a big difference here depending on what year you're in? Is it a lot of rivalry here?
Yeah, kind of. Us and the grade 6s.
Ooh, grade 4s versus grade 6s.
We hear a lot of
Where
that.
are the grade 6s at? Oh, you can see what they've done here, guys. They've actually got them separated across the handball courts. We don't like to have them sitting next to each other. Now, we've got written about Will. It says he likes to win, but with a friendly face. Is that right? No, you didn't write that. Is that something maybe that Mum? Is that something that maybe Mum wrote? Yeah, right. Okay. So what do you really feel about handball? Do you bring a little bit more of aggression? Yeah,
he's nodding.
Okay, I mean, so I was going to say, because you want to do this with a friendly face, because at the end of this, if you get through to the grand final, that's in front of Suncorp Stadium. There's no time for happiness. There's no time for friendly faces, right? So what do we got? Can we get a bit of a can you give us you've just won the big championship point? What's the celebration going to be like? Give it to us. What's it going to look like at Suncorp Stadium?
Shabuka!
I don't know what he just said, but let's get one more. And then as he yells that out, Rainworth, I want you to give him a big Rainworth cheer because he's going to be the 2024 handball champions already. Winning point, and it goes to Will.
Shabuka!
How good.
Times that.
Look at those
by
courts.
about 45,000 people that are going to be there at Suncorp Stadium in a couple of weeks. Out here practicing it, living, breathing handball. These very new, refurbished 8 square handball courts. There are 4 of them here, taken up by all the students out at Rainworth State School. You can be just like these guys. Register your champion, register your school on the Nova Player app, and we could be coming out there to deliver some fresh Nova handball. Guys, you interested in that? Grade 4s or grade 6s in particular? Yes? Oh, it sounds like it's coming more from the grade 4s, is that right? They're just hungrier for it, Will, is that yes?
Yeah, we like handballs more than
they like handball more in grade 4 than you grade 6. Is that right? Oh, I'm just going to start setting up a bit of chaos here, and then we're going to bounce and just see what happens out here at Rainworth, guys. So all thanks to our good friends at Lily's Little Lunchbox for jumping aboard Handball Blitz 2024, making it happen for Will and Hazel here. Thanks, guys. Give your champions a round of applause. Yeah!
Shabuka! The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast. After Payday is on August 15 to 18. Thousands of brands on sale up to 70% off. T's and C's at afterpay.com. Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill's Afterpay Drop.
All right, Peter out of North Lakes. Were you listening to this when we played it yesterday, Pete?
I actually missed yesterday's one, but yeah.
Okay, well, our contestant yesterday learnt an important lesson about being a bit too greedy. They held on, and then the sale ended, and they walked away with nothing.
That's it. I don't want to be greedy.
It's just a warning. It's just a warning saying we will do it to you. We don't want to, but if you don't say stop...
We will.
We will. We have to. We must.
We can.
We must.
And we will.
T's and C's.
A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Poke in the bush, yes.
Yep, been saying that for years.
Okay, so you understand that, Peter?
I do, yep. All ready to go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Are you sure, Peter?
$75. $175.
Stop.
Oh, wow. He's played it safe.
Too much of a pep talk.
Look, I can hear
Ashley?
What did you do that for, Ash?
I could hear the music quickening up, and I thought it's not going to be a high one today.
Okay.
Then
Good on
again,
you, Ashley.
175 is what you stopped at, Pete. Should we have a,
that's all right.
have a listen to how much you had left on the table?
Don't have to.
All thanks to Ash, no doubt, who made you stop early. Here's if we kept on going, let's see how much you would have won.
$475. $675.
Oh, Ash.
$700.
Oh!
$775.
Oh
my God.
Oh, yeah. Well, thankfully.
What you could have bought.
Thankfully, that didn't happen to you, my friend. You walked away with 175 large. 175 large. Say thanks, Voodoo. Well done, mate.
I did have I was going to stop at 600 if it got there, but the music sped up and it just. I thought, it's going to go.
You can get you like
that. 175 large, my friend. Well done.
Well, thanks to Afterpay Day. It is on August 15 to 18. Thousands of brands are on sale.
Thanks, Ash.
Up to 70% off. T's and C's at afterpay.com. I don't know, Pete. I'm going to give you. I don't know if you do what you want with these tickets, right? Broadway's biggest blockbuster, Wicked, is flying into QPAC next month. Final show tickets are on sale right now. You can get them at wickedthemusical.com.au. But I like you, Pete. I'm going to give you some tickets to that. All right, so you get to see
good on you,
Wicked
buddy.
at $175.
All right.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast.
I'm smarter than Sue.
Brighton Homes are now offering up to $35,000 cash back on their homes. You don't need to be smarter than Suze to live brighter and save more with Brighton.
Speaking of Matty Rowe, I've just seen My Happiness is coming up as well in the next sort of 15 minutes. That's the Matty Rowe plate.
Yeah, that was Lutsy's song selection this week, Throwback Throwdown from the year 2000. Let's say good day to Drew at Cedar Grove. Hey, Drew.
G'day, guys.
It says you're resting up. You've had some surgery. What'd you get done?
Oh, just a simple one, a hernia.
Oh, really? You know what? I reckon it's a pretty good time to be told that you need rest and recovery, and you got to lay low at home, because with the Olympics on, that's all I want to do. So I reckon
it's pretty good.
Yeah, are you smashing the Olympics at the moment?
Yeah, mate.
Good on you. Yeah. So am I, actually. I'm absolutely loving it. And how many days of competition are there left in the Olympics? Wraps up on...
What is it there now? Thursday morning, isn't it? I think it finishes up on Sunday, I'm going to say. I'm a bit confused with the time difference, but yeah.
So another 3 or 4 days of competition left.
Yeah. Well, I know the women's golf is only just getting started, so...
Okay. All right, Drew. Well, I don't know what you do after the Paralympics is on too. So how long are you going to lay low for?
Probably until Sunday, and then maybe back at work Monday.
Oh, well, let's see if we
probably
can
stay off the athletics track for a couple of weeks, though. You know, I wouldn't try any pole vault for about 2 to 3 weeks.
Just some light stretching and some calisthenics.
Some run-throughs.
Yes.
Run-throughs.
Yeah. Maybe some pool work, some pool running, or something
do some
like
pool
that.
work, mate.
Yes.
Some pool work, right?
What does that say?
Don't listen to us.
800. Yeah.
Nice.
You like that? You like that? That bit of advice, Drew?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Well, here we go, mate.
Okay.
$800. Was it 800? Yeah.
Yep.
30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now. The Torres Strait Islands are a part of which state or territory?
Queensland.
Shepherd is a variety of which fruit?
Pear.
Colour TV launched in Australia in which decade?
50s.
Who played the lead in the movie Pretty Woman, the lead woman in Pretty Woman?
Julia Roberts.
What is 3 times 9?
18.
Stop the clock.
Sorry, 27.
No, too late, mate.
I'll give you Luttsy's there, Drew.
Oh, dear.
Okay, you did get an answer in. Yep.
Yeah, you did. It was the wrong answer, but you got it in.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, listen, you're at 100 to 1 here, Drew.
Yeah.
We'll see how we go. Let's bring in the GIMP, bit of Baby Shark.
Triggering.
Susie O'Neill! Hold the phone, Freddie! Susie O'Neill! I thought we had
that a Barocca you were just...
Yeah, just necking a Barocca.
I dead set thought he was just sculling a glass of red wine.
Oh, did you?
I think it's the black.
I was like, oh, well, it's 9 o'clock. Buzz is into it. Like
Raspberry blackcurrant. It's actually, if you haven't tried it, and this is not an ad for Barocca if they want to send me some, though, the best flavour Barocca you can get.
Really?
Put it up in the socials, Nick, and tag Barocca, please.
This would be the worst radio show to send Barocca to on some sort of sponsorship arrangement.
Does everyone just go to the ad? BB Barocca gives you back your BB bounce.
Yeah, of
Never heard
course.
that in my life.
Oh, he's so young. Nick. He's
90s baby.
Isn't he young and hip and cool?
Yeah, young.
Not hip? Okay.
Okay.
And hip and cool.
Yum.
Come on, I'm getting delirious. I need some Barocca too. Okay.
So what?
Too late.
Do you want a Barocca?
Yeah.
Well,
You got no...
I might have one here, actually.
I watched Susie.
No point perking up now. We're off air in about 4 minutes.
Yeah, you'll get a good podcast.
You made it this far with no energy. So
I thought I've done well without any energy.
you came really good in the last 3 minutes.
Oh, God.
30 seconds.
We joke.
We have fun, don't we?
We
joke.
And, cautiously. You're not getting mad, No.
No, I'm not getting angry. I thought almost my cover broken.
All right, no. It's all
Wheels
good.
are falling off.
This will make it. This will make it $900 tomorrow.
No, don't say that.
No,
You're
see, I told
putting
you.
pressure on me.
Good one, Luttsy.
30 seconds on the clock.
Yes, I'm ready.
Your time starts now. The Torres Strait Islands are a part of which state or territory?
Queensland.
Shepherd is a variety of which fruit?
Avocado.
Colour TV launched in Australia in which decade?
Oh, the 70s.
Who played the lead woman in the movie Pretty Woman?
Julia Roberts.
What is 3 times 9?
27.
Stop the clock.
Oh, she's good.
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me when did TV come to Australia, because I heard that the other day.
Well, I think you were
Yes.
sitting there in the lounge room, weren't you? Or something.
Now I'm angry.
I mean, sorry. Suze, I was having a little bit.
I could tell you were joking.
A light joke.
Yeah, I could tell.
And he comes in like a bloody sledgehammer.
I know.
And it's almost cruel. It's certainly ageist. But and it makes me uncomfortable. So I'm just going to move on. And maybe just keep Luttsy quiet.
Just walk past my behaviour, Ashley.
You know what? At the rugby league games on the weekend, they make announcements saying, if it's not positive, don't say it.
I like that.
You know what I mean? If it's not positive.
Agree.
And Luttsy,
Do you want me to turn his mic off?
that's a trough you could possibly drink from, mate. So just have a think about that. The Torres Strait Islands are a part of which state or territory? You both said Queensland, and that is correct. Shepherd is a variety of which fruit? Sue said avocado, and you said pear, Drew, but avocado is correct.
Let's see, your microphone's meant to be off. So
let's see.
We heard you say band. It's not funny.
Yeah.
That was another being.
Yeah.
What do you mean with microphones?
Don't worry. I just end the show. I can't talk.
He was trying to be funny. Thank you, Buzz.
He's off, guys.
He's probably making
not to bother us again.
He's probably making another rude remark or something. That certainly would have been offending someone. Colour TV launched in Australia in which decade? Drew said the 1950s. He's giving a thumbs up too. Look. Colour TV launched in Australia in which decade? Drew said the 1950s. Sue said the 1970s, and 1970s is correct.
I was definitely alive for that, David.
Yes.
Can we turn his mic on for the
Just
response?
briefly.
Yeah. You'd know.
There we go.
So are you.
Yeah, he was too.
Oh, come off it. It was in nappies.
What, does that not count? Who
It's
played...
not my fault you didn't get toilet trained. Really
David's gone again, Johnny.
You just can't learn.
It's 3-0. Who played the lead in the movie Pretty Woman? You both said Julia Roberts. That's correct. And 3 9s are 27. Sue's got that. It's a 5-2 victory to Sue's. $900 tomorrow.
Is that 10 out of 10 for today that you've got, Suze? I think you won 5-4
my
last.
gosh.
Well done, Susan.
Oh,
Perfect record.
Thank you, David.
Don't go so quick
Thank
now,
you,
mate.
David. Any thank you? Any good wells to anyone?
Get in the cave, David.
Oh,
It's 9:15.
come on.
Now where do we go? I've got this festival. Do you think it's appropriate?
Yeah, I think so. Drew sounds like he'd love
Double
Sweet
past
Relief.
a Sweet Relief Festival, Saturday, 7th of September at Ballymore Stadium, the old home of Tim Horan. Don't miss Khalees, the presets, Electric Fields, a whole lot more. Saturday the 7th, Sweet Relief Festival, going to be an absolute cracker.
You're going to be recovered by then, Drew? Get into the mosh pit.
No, I don't know about that.
No, that'll be a cracker.
Yeah.
And what else can I give you? I'll give you a $100 Commuter Cantina voucher.
Nice.
There you go.
How good's that joint?
Arriba,
Fantastic. Check it out, Commuter Cantina.
Awesome.
I mean, that
We're going
wasn't.
to add that to. We're going to add that to.
Yeah,
Old mate.
awesome and that.
Okay. Nice.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill podcast is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.